can't believe how long they've been in there. How long can it take to give a diagnosis?
It means they're being careful, all right? They're being thorough.
It means there's a problem. I don't understand it. Just when she was doing so well. Is this what it's going to be like? Zoe up and down for the rest of our lives? On the mend 1 minute, relapse the next?
It'll be me that's a relapse if you don't shut up. She's had a few weird symptoms, that's all. Probably side effects from the drugs she's been taking. Hi.
Would you mind coming into my office?
Well, what's the verdict?
Do you want to tell them?
It's bad news, isn't it?
It's not as simple as that.
Yeah. But the illness, it's coming back.
No.
That's good then.
So what is it?
Zoe, I want you to understand, whatever it is, we're with you.
We ran a series of physical tests on Zoe. Just as a matter of...
He says I'm pregnant.
You are joking.
No, she's not. Zoe is pregnant.
But she's a lesbian.
That doesn't by definition rule out the possibility of conception.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I know. But you know what I mean.
You've obviously had sex with a bloke.
Yes.
I haven't had sex with anyone.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This is ludicrous. She can't be.
She is. Possibly by as much as 16 weeks.
16 weeks?
Yes, approximately. Of course, she'll need a scan.
Well, you must have known. You must know who it is.
No, I don't.
Mr. Tate, your sister's in a state of considerable distress and shock. I must warn against you adding to it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's just... She obviously has had sex with someone.
Yes. And she's simply forgotten the circumstances of conception.
Yeah, well, I don't see how she could have.
You have to understand, Zoe, that at the probable time when you conceived this child, you were very ill. You were confused, experiencing delusion, hearing voices. You were finding it difficult to believe what was real and what wasn't.
So what, was it while you were drinking?
Yes. And taking antidepressants, which probably made it worse. It may be that you've simply blanked out the memory of this sexual experience because you didn't believe it was real.
Being a lesbian, she wouldn't, would she?
Mr. Tate, this attitude really isn't helpful.
Well, I'm sorry. Look, what I don't understand is, even if she can't remember anything...
I can't.
She must have known she was pregnant.
No.
Well, you must have 16 weeks, for God's sake. Then why didn't you say anything? Why conceal it from us?
Because I didn't know I was.
It's not like she would be expecting it, is it?
All of the symptoms could very reasonably be attributed to her medication. Even the weight gain.
Yeah, I can see that now.
Oh, stop
Look,
it! Can we just go home? I think we've talked enough for now, haven't we?
Yes, I think that would be a...
Can I ask you something?
Yes, of course.
Will I ever remember what happened? Who it was?
Yes, there's a strong possibility. One day, maybe. I would hope so.
Oh, for God's sake, maybe. Maybe she'll remember. And we're stuck in this nightmare with this child fathered by God knows who, waiting for my sister's wits to return. Can't you help? Can't you do anything?
Well, this certainly isn't helping, is it? Right, Zoe, come on, let's just go on, mate.
Mr. Tate, I'd like a word with you before you leave.
Oh, Zoe, come on. Listen, it's going to be all right.
I feel so... It's
Please, stop it. Now listen. It's going to be okay. Come on.
You don't seem to understand how volatile this situation is.
Don't I?
Your sister's been making very good progress. The shock of this news could seriously affect her recovery.
Not much of a recovery, is it? She can't notice something like that. She can't even tell when she's pregnant.
Perhaps you need to set aside your own feelings, understandable as though they are, in favour of your sister's. She needs support and calm. Take her home, Mr. Tate. Look after her. Make sure she remembers to take her medication today. And she should have a scan as soon as possible.
Wouldn't she be better here tonight? I'm not sure we know how to...
I think she needs the comfort of a home right now. Don't you?
Yeah. What's the matter with us, Charity? It's like someone's having a go at us. Seem to lurch from one disaster to the next.
Yeah, well, you've still got me. And we're still all right.
I feel so repelled. I feel sick. I mean, who is it? Who's the father? I mean, it could be anyone.
Yeah, I don't know, Chris. I mean, where was she 4 months ago?
4 months?
Almost.
I can't remember. We'll have to work it out.
Yeah, and we'll have to go slow for Zoe's sake. Because if you think this is hard for you, imagine what it's like for her.
She's up there now. They're doing her little test. Perhaps it'll be negative. Perhaps they have made a mistake. You seem so calm.
No point in not being. Nothing's going to make it go away.
If she is. Just try and remember. Please try. Perhaps something will come back.
I've tried. It's all a blur.
You're lying. I know you are.
Stop it, Chris.
Of course I'm not.
You are. You must be. Devgan says you're pregnant, right? And he's a doctor. So you've obviously slept with somebody, right? And no woman forgets the men that she slept with. Particularly not, I imagine, a lesbian. So why are you pretending you don't know who it is?
Because I don't remember.
What, are you ashamed of them or something? Did you pay someone? Is that it?
No, I didn't. No, I haven't.
Because that would be the worst thing in the world, wouldn't it, if she paid for someone? That'd make her the lowest of the low, wouldn't it?
I didn't mean that. Must have been an immaculate conception.
You don't think... I don't mean like Jesus or anything, but you don't think it could be?
Now, you don't say this. You stop right there.
No, I only mean because it's what I wanted. It's what I used to want, a child of my own, and I couldn't have one. And I wasn't going to before, was I? Could it be?
Shut up, Zoe. You are really losing it. You're beginning to sound mad again.
I am not mad!
Then get a grip. Saying things like that doesn't help.
But I am pregnant!
Yes, and it wasn't a flaming miracle.
Zoe, wait. Zoe! Just how insensitive are you going to be, Chris? You know what she's frightened of, don't you? Zoe? So?
I know he's my brother, but sometimes he's so...
He don't mean it.
As if I would do this on purpose.
You know, he don't know what to do. He don't know how to be.
He doesn't.
Look, we will get through this.
Will we?
Yes.
Yes, you will. Chris will, but I don't think
Stop it.
Is this a delusion? Perhaps this is just another delusion. Perhaps it isn't real.
No, it's real.
But you would say that, wouldn't you? Because you'd be part of it.
Zoe, it's real.
Then why can't I remember?
Just stop worrying, all right? Stop thinking just for a minute.
It all just goes on, doesn't it? Do you know, since being in the clinic, I've quite liked growing things. It was their idea to do it there, and when I came home, I did. I planted things, bulbs. They're all there underneath, growing. I do know, really, it's not an immaculate conception.
Of course you do.
I'm not going backwards.
No.
It's just the other
I
things.
know,
that-
Zoe.
You know what I'm scared of, don't you?
Yeah. You think you might have been raped? Zoe? 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 Can I come in?
Oh.
Zoe? Are you all right? Look, I don't really know what to do. Why don't you come out, yeah? It might not have been rape.
Yes, it was. It has to be. It has to be rape. I wouldn't say yes to anyone, would I? I don't like men in that way. You know that.
Oh, come on, Zoe, please, just turn the water off. You can't stay in there forever.
Charity, who was it? Who would... Help me, please.
I will. Look, I'll do everything I can, all right? Just please, will you just turn the water off? You know, it doesn't have to be the worst thing you can imagine. No! Just because you can't remember does not mean to say you were raped. Look, you're getting cold. I'll get you dressed in bed. Come on, let's put this on. We'll go downstairs and we can talk about it. Right? I've put the fire on. And Chris is cooking tea, so that should be interesting. In fact, I think I can smell it burning now.
I don't want any.
No, of course you don't. But a nice hot drink wouldn't do you any harm, would it? Come on, eh? Come on. Well, Zoe's managed to burn most of it, so I just made some toast for those who want it. Zoe, cup of tea.
Cold. Well, I want to know.
15 weeks ago, you were here.
Someone I know.
Look, Zoe, you keep saying it must have been rape because you'd never do that, but I was thinking, you weren't you then. That's what the doctor said, you weren't Zoe. So maybe you just slept with someone out of, I don't know, for comfort, and then you just blanked it out, because that's what the doctor said.
Who, though? If it was someone I knew, they didn't exactly bother to mention it since, did they? Why wouldn't they, unless they... Where was I before that?
Here we are. Before then, you're in the clinic. A patient. Before then...
What?
Well, it's when you...
When I what?
When you went missing.
Went missing?
What, you don't remember?
I went missing?
Yeah, you discharged yourself from the clinic. No one knew where you were for a bit. And then you just turned up at Seth's.
And then you went back to the clinic.
How long was I missing for? How long was I missing for?
2 days.
Well, that's it then. Really could have been anyone, some nameless person up a back alley. I could have caught a disease or anything.
Zoe, you've got to stop this. You've got to stop looking at the worst all the time. It might not have been like that. Yes, you should get a test to make sure, but, you know, everything just might be all right.
What sort of person could take advantage of a sick woman like that? Don't answer it. Ugh. The answer phone's not on.
Well, then just let it ring.
No, people know we're here. We've got to... Hello, Christe. Ashley, hi. Zoe? No, she's not here at the moment. She's just nipped out to the shops, I think. You know. Did she? Well, she seemed fine to me. Yeah, she was probably just having one of her bad days. Yeah, I'll tell her you called. Bye. We have got to keep this to ourselves, for Zoe's sake.
Time for my medication.
She'll have to get rid of it.
I think I'll go and see if she's all right.
I thought, if I took them all, would it kill it? Might kill me. But then what would that matter? As long as it killed the thing inside me.
Oh, my God, Zoe. Look, I know how you feel. I know why you would want to, but not like this. This isn't the way. Oh, Zoe. Look, you've got to take your time. You've got to really think about this. But your life does matter, all right? To me, to Chris. You matter, Zoe.
Are you okay?
I've taken my tablet. think I'll go out for some air. Just into the garden.
Why don't you go with her?
Women are better at this stuff. I can't be like you.
You're just scared, Chris.
Yes.
But what are you scared of? Precious reputation? Take name? Or are you really just scared that you're not a big enough human being to deal with this?
I didn't tell anyone. I can feel it. Moving. I didn't know what it was, of course. I thought it's just me going mad again. Loony Zoe. But now I know. It's a baby. Kicking. I always wanted a baby. You know that. It never really went away after that thing with Sophie. I just didn't talk about it anymore. It's just one of those things. You had Joseph, Ashley has Gabby, and I was never going to have one of my own, so what was the point in wanting it? But I did. A baby of my own. To hold and cuddle and now I've got one, haven't I? Only it's not a baby, it's a thing. A monster. Growing inside me.
Zoe, I've never, ever wanted so much to be able to get out of this.